Hey guys, what's up? Tamara here. Today I'm going to review the audiobook Cinder by Marrisa Meyer. This is the first book in the Lunar Chronicle series, and I really enjoyed this title. Cinder is a retelling of Cinderella, obviously, if you didn't know. And I loved that this book had such a unique take on a Cinderella story. That is what I love about retellings. The author can take as little or as much as she wants from the original story and just meld it into something totally unique with the essence of the original story. And I feel like that is what Myers did with Cinder. Now, I will try to get through this without mentioning Scarlet because I actually finished Scarlet already. I should have waited until after I did the review, so hopefully I won't blend any of these together, so we will see what happens. In a nutshell, Cinder is a 16-year-old living in the Eastern Commonwealth, I think, which is like China. This is a coming of age story almost. She's learning about who she is, what she is, why she's here. It's just unfolding like this puzzle. And throughout this story, we meet Prince Kai, who is the son of the emperor who is dying of leishmaniasis. And this is a disease that is killing humans all over the Eastern Commonwealth and all over the world. And for this reason, cyborgs have been, I guess, volunteering for studies to figure out how to cure leishmaniasis for the humans. And this is how Cinder ultimately gets tossed into this other world. She is sent as a volunteer for the leishmaniasis studies, and when she gets there, she finds out that she cannot get leishmaniasis. And I will not tell you why or anything like that because I don't want to spoil it for you, but it is a very interesting story. I like that it was a lot of layers involved. There was, you know, the story, the basic Cinderella story underneath it all, and then there's so much more. There is a story about lunars in this place called Luna, and this queen, Lavana, she brings terror to Earth with her and her thaumaturges that walk around the castle and, you know, are pretty much her little minions. And Queen Lavana and the other thaumaturges and the other lunars have special gifts, some of them, and it's almost like a sci-fi spin on a fantasy, and I think that is completely unique and adorable. Now, with that said, I did feel like at times it was a little bit young for me. While Cinder is 16 and she does have a crush on Prince Kai, and she is growing up pretty quickly thanks to the things that she is finding out, but I still felt that it was young. I wish that Cinder were a year older maybe. That might help me, that might have gotten me a little bit more of what I think I wanted out of the book. As you know, I listened to this in audiobook format. This was the first time I listened to this narrator, and I do believe she did a great job. Her voice was a little childlike for me, but I got used to it. It didn't bother me after a while. Now, also what I liked about this story and this series, I believe, is like I mentioned earlier, I already listened to Scarlet on audio, and I can see how these titles are starting to tie together and blend, and I like that Meyer has done it in this fashion. It's really creative. It almost reminds me of that show on ABC, Once Upon a Time. You know how within that show there are many fairy tales spun into one, and they come together in the most odd ways. You know, they have Snow White, Peter Pan, you know, Frozen. They have all these different fairy tales rolled in. And that is what Myers is doing. First, she starts with Cinder, which is Cinderella. Then she moves on to Scarlet, which is Little Red Riding Hood. Then she moves on to Cress and Ferris, and so forth and so on. I don't know how much longer she'll go past that, but it is very interesting to me, even thus far, to see how the stories are coming together, and that is completely unique and original in books, and I have not seen anything like that, and I really appreciate that. What would I rate Cinder by Marrisa Meyer? I would rate it 4 out of 5 bookmarks. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great young adult title, and I do feel like things are probably going to get a little bit more complicated and a little bit more older as we go on, and I'm looking forward to that. At this point, I do feel that, you know, Cinder's a little young for my taste, but even then the book is still good, and I do recommend it. If you like fairy tale retellings, you will enjoy Cinder. It's definitely unique, and I definitely recommend this for everyone. So that's it, you guys. Have you read Cinder? I'm pretty sure you have. So many in the book community have already read the Lunar Chronicle series books that have been published. And if you have, please let me know what you thought of Cinder. And if you've continued on and read the other books in the series, let me know. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye guys.